Maya always walked with her head down. In the bustling hallway of Westfield High, she was just another quiet shadow. Someone people's eyes slid over without a second thought. She wore oversized hoodies, her long hair falling like a curtain over her face. Teachers described her as polite and reserved. Classmates described her as weird or boring. But the truth was, Maya wasn't boring. She was hiding. It was a Thursday afternoon when it happened. The hallways smelled faintly of cleaning detergent and sweat from gym class. Maya had just left the library, clutching her books to her chest. She was heading toward her locker when a group of boys, led by Kyle, the kind of guy who thought the world was his personal stage, stepped into her path. "Hey, shy girl," Kyle smirked, blocking her way. "What are you hiding under there?" Maya froze. She'd learned long ago that silence sometimes diffused situations, but today it didn't. One of the boys laughed, and before she could react, a hand shot forward, grabbing at her chest through her hoodie. Time slowed. The sound of laughter seemed to echo in her ears. She felt that familiar surge of fear, but underneath it, something else. Something she'd tried to bury for years. They didn't know. They couldn't know. Because Maya's past wasn't like theirs. She wasn't just some shy girl from nowhere. Years ago, before she moved to Westfield, Maya had been training in martial arts. Her father, a decorated self-defense instructor, had taught her discipline, strength, and control from the time she could walk. But after a family tragedy, she had stopped. She thought she'd left that part of herself behind. Until now. Without thinking, her hand shot up, grabbing the boy's wrist in a grip so tight he gasped. With one swift movement, she twisted his arm, forcing him to his knees. His friends stopped laughing. "What the?" Kyle stammered, taking a step back. Maya's voice was calm but sharp. "Don't you ever touch me again." And she released the boy's arm, and he scrambled away, clutching his wrist. The hallway had gone silent. A few students whispered. Someone even took out their phone. But Maya didn't care. The bullies didn't try again. Not that day, not ever. The days after were different. At first, Maya worried she'd made a mistake. She feared retaliation. But instead, something unexpected happened. Other students started talking to her. A freshman girl came up to her at lunch and whispered, "Thank you for what you did. They've been bothering me for weeks." Maya realized she wasn't the only one who had been walking these hallways feeling small, powerless, invisible. One by one, students began sharing their own stories, times they had been pushed, mocked, or harassed. Maya listened, and for the first time in years, she felt that fire in her chest again. Not fear, but purpose. She went to the principal, not to complain, but to propose something. Within weeks, a new self-defense club was formed at Westfield High. Students from all grades signed up. Some came because they wanted to feel stronger. Others came because they wanted to never feel helpless again. Maya taught them more than just punches and blocks. She taught them the same lessons her father had taught her: confidence, awareness, and how to stand up for themselves without losing control. The bullies, they kept their distance. But every now and then, Maya would catch them glancing at her in the hallway, an unease in their eyes. Maybe they were ashamed. Maybe they were just afraid. Either way, they'd learned their lesson. The real victory wasn't just in stopping them that day. It was in everything that came after. Maya's story spread quietly, but powerfully through the school, the shy girl who stood up, who wasn't afraid to fight back when it mattered. And in doing so, she gave others the courage to stand tall too. Because strength isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's the quiet fire in someone who's been underestimated for far too long, until the day they decide not to be. And Maya, she would never walk with her head down again.